Let's eat. Hi guys, I'm Alex. Thanks for clicking and welcome to this lesson on eating vocabulary. We all eat every day. Unless you're a plant, you definitely eat. Today, we're going to look at some vocabulary that we use to talk about eating, the activities associated with it, the feelings associated with it, not like really emotional, like angry, although you could be, but different words associated with food and eating. So I will just go down the list, point with my knife. It's not very dangerous, don't worry. Plus you're watching me somewhere. I'm not going to hurt you. Let's start from the top. First, we have the verb bite. So bite is simply this action. Okay? When you bite, you have to bite food if it's very hard, for example. Now, this actually goes towards an expression, and we have an expression called grab a bite. So if you are hungry and you want to get something to eat with your friend, family, etc., you can say, hey, let's grab a bite. Come, I want to grab a bite, or we should grab a bite. This means we should get something to eat. Usually something small, like if you go for lunch with someone at a fast food restaurant or something like that, if you go to fast food restaurants. So grab a bite means get something to eat, and bite is this action. All right. Next, we have the verb chew. So your mom or your dad probably told you when you were a kid to chew your food. So chewing is this action. And don't talk when your mouth is full, right? So you need to chew your food. There is some rules, or maybe they're real, maybe they're not. They say chew your food 24 times before swallowing. I guess it depends like what you're eating, so I don't know. Next, before I move to this, we have the verb nibble. Now, to nibble is to eat something, but just give it a small bite. Like, I'm going to look ridiculous. I'm sorry. Just, like rabbits could nibble carrots, for example. You think of like Bugs Bunny or something, okay? So to nibble is to just take a small bite of something. Now, this expression, have a nibble, if you go for dinner with your friend and you want your friend to try your food, you can say, here, have a bite. You can also say, here, have a nibble, just a little nibble, try a little piece, okay? Here we have the word bib. At the start of the lesson, I put on my bib, means I'm ready to eat. If you go to a restaurant, a lot of people don't really use the bibs in this way anymore, I think. Most people put them in their laps when they go to a restaurant, but this is a bib. Still very useful, especially if you eat lobster or ribs, anything messy. Drink. I'm sure you understand the verb drink. Basically, if you have any liquid, water, etc., juice, you must drink it, okay? Now, drink can be a noun or it can also be a verb. So you drink if you are thirsty. If you're thirsty, you need water, you need liquid, you need to drink something like this. I'm just going to put these down. And this is a good word, sip. So a sip is if you want to take a small drink of something. So for example, I am a little thirsty. I need a sip of water. So you can use sip like a noun or a verb. You can have a sip, or you can sip like this. Just a sip, a quick drink, okay? We also use this verb very commonly if you're drinking something hot. Like we say, whoa, don't just drink it, sip it, like, right? Small little sips like this if something is very hot, very important. Okay, and again, I gave you the expression, you can take a sip or have a sip. Similar to have a nibble, have a bite. If you're offering food, if you want to offer, a taste of your drink to a friend, you can say, here, try it, or here, have a sip. Very common, or take a sip. Okay, next we have the verb swallow. So after you eat, after you chew, after you drink, you ingest your food, the food goes down into your body. This is called swallowing. So you swallow your food. Next, we have the verb burp. So if you eat hot dogs, drink Coca-Cola, have pizza, have some carbonated beverage, or even some water, you might burp. So burp is when the gas comes up and comes out of your mouth, like rawr. This is called a burp. I can't burp right now. I can't.
Burp. Oh my.
Now, these are, again, some of the more functional words related to, eating, chewing, biting, drinking, sipping, etc. Now we're going to look at some other ones still related to eating, but a little different than these. Now, again, if you are at a family party at your friend's house and you finish dinner and you are still hungry after dinner, you can ask for seconds. This means that you want, the same thing, but more of it. You want more food. And say, I think I'm gonna go for seconds. Okay, so you can ask for seconds. Can I have more? Can I have seconds? Leftovers, very useful. And again, very useful in many ways, not just as vocabulary, but also for making a lunch for the next day. So leftovers are the food you don't eat. Usually, if you make a lot of food for dinner the night before and you don't eat everything, the food that is remaining, that is left, is called leftovers. So you can put these leftovers, in a Tupperware and you can bring it for lunch the next day at work, for example. So I like eating leftovers for lunch, usually right the next day after dinner, because if I enjoyed my dinner, I'm definitely going to enjoy the same food the next day for my lunch. Whew. Now, after you eat a lot, you can say, I'm full. Now, if you're full, there's no space here, okay? You have eaten a lot, enough, or maybe too much, okay? You can also say, again, a little, not really slang, but definitely, a bit more slang than full is stuffed. So if you say, I'm stuffed, no more. I'm full, I'm stuffed, okay? And if you are the opposite, if you haven't eaten yet, you can say, I am hungry. Or you can also say, if you're really, really, really hungry, I'm starving. Now, you are not actually starving. Starving actually means that, you haven't eaten food in a long time and it's giving you physical problems. You're probably not starving. I hope you're not starving. Why are you paying for internet but not food? But you can say this to exaggerate, like, oh, I'm starving, I'm so hungry, okay? Okay, guys, so to finish, I just want you to repeat the words after me. Focus on the pronunciation this time, all right? Bite, chew, nibble, drink, sip, swallow, burp, seconds, leftovers, full, stuffed, hungry, starving. So, if you'd like to test your understanding of this vocabulary, as always, you can check out the quiz on engvid.com, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's a steak waiting for me.